Present and future past Jolly here. I just wanted to say, if it sounds like I'm talking to people on my walls, it's because I was streaming, I swear. Enjoy the video, enjoy. He has gotten a new soul, a new body to take over. Easy mode. Fear and hunger mode and masso mode. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll skip out on Massa mode for now. Maybe go on Fear and Hunger mode. I don't know. Yeah, give me the full text adventure. You're not used to such peaceful and tranquil atmosphere. You can't help but let your mind wander. Reminisce what has led you to this point in life. You were born and raised in the raging heats of Abyssonia, a continent with a long history embedded with chaos and warring factions. Those fools. The people around you waged wars over ancient disputes and grudges started by long-gone ancestors. But that is how it always had been. The people of Abyssonia held ancestors and the spirits on a godlike pedestal. But it's not like it was any better in the north, in the continent of Europa. Those fools worshipped ancient deities that none of them had ever seen with their own eyes. And they certainly had their disputes as well. A great war after another. What's worse, their disputes didn't stay within their borders. They dragged everyone into the mess. They had set their eyes on Abyssonia now because of its strategic position in securing an access to oil and other raw materials from the east. Okay. Classic oil war. Come on now. Hey, classic. Oh, man. You'll love to see it. It was only a matter of time before the troops would march on your lands. Also, always check your equipment post intros because things aren't automatically equipped. Okay. Noted. You are not going to die because some faceless puppeteers chose to focus their magnifying glasses on your home country this time. Despite your young age, you decided to leave. Your siblings and mother would mourn your departure. They wanted you to have something to remember them by. Oh, it actually tells you what you get. So a soulstone or a chak? What is that? I don't know what that is, but soulstones, I mean, I can get a billion soulstones, probably. Probably can't get whatever this is. Take your father's memento or take your family. Take both? Yeah, why can't I take both? Why can't I just, yoink my father's memento and take my family? Why is there a choice? Come on now. I mean, I guess why can't I just take the chak? Whatever. What is this? I don't know what that is, but it's probably something super special. Chak is trinkets. Well, I'll take a trinket over a soulstone. I mean, unless soulstones are super rare. But I don't think they will be. If it's the same as Fear and Hunger. They'll still be kind of hard to get, but not entirely rare. You had considered yourself as successfully dead inside. Okay. I was not expecting that. Not swayed by emotions, but it took a lot of effort to convince yourself that you wouldn't miss your family. You still obviously had weaknesses to weed out. Oh, we're dead inside. Headed to the City of the Sun. Oman to educate yourself on spiritualism and religion. You're no slow. Physically, but you always considered your intellect your true forte. Not as fine. Yeah, I mean, we're just a little dead inside. I mean, we basically abandoned our family, but it's okay. We're on a mission. And just like that, you were accepted as an apprentice after some preliminary tests. At the same time, news about the Great War closing Abyssinian borders were all they could talk on the radio. Iman was far from the borders, and it would probably remain safe for a good while, even after war broke. You figured you'd still have plenty of time to learn at the temple and leave the country before it was too late. At the Temple of Iman, you were given a choice to learn various different schools of spiritualism. Learn magic from Eastern sanctuaries, learn worship in Europa, learn methods of your home country. Okay, well, Eastern sanctuary seems like it would be Omega G-Man spells. Right? I mean, that's Nazra territory, but I don't know what the heck Europa would give me. The heck is Europa? And Abyssonia. I mean, maybe Eastern sanctuaries. That's the only one that I really understand. But then again, he did live in Abyssonia, which is super chaos. I don't think it matters too much. Well, let's see. Maybe Eastern sanctuaries, because you know we gotta do it for the main man Nazra. We gotta do it for Nazra. In respect to his super beheaded head. Eastern sanctuaries. One pyromancy trick. Well, there you go. Not sure how useful that really is, but sure. You were talented and praised for your quick learning at the temple. But that came as no surprise to you. You knew you were smarter than most of those old geezers. You only possessed knowledge you wanted. Once you had that, they served no purpose to you. Can't go too wrong. Well, why did the Carl smile? Hey, listen. Listen, as long as the other things that I would learn aren't loving whispers, then I'm good. Okay, listen, I don't need that. Well, maybe necromancy. Well, I don't know if necromancy is even in this game, but sure. More time you spend at the temple, more pathetic the priests of Amon started to look in your eyes. Religion in general started to look dubious too after examining how the world functioned. Okay, so we're a priest that's better than every other priest. So we're kind of like Enki a bit. You know, we're like Omega Enki now, except maybe a little bit less of an a-hole. Most religious doctrines were molded to accommodate the current ruling class. Religion was used as a mere tool to control masses more than anything else. Dedicating your life to worship would equal dedicating your life to kings and queens of the time. Well, at least we're not dedicating our lives to Ladouche-douche. Now that's good. Okay, no Ladouche-douche super business. We ain't no priest. Okay, well, we're a mage. Okay, we're a mage. I know we're a mage. A yellow mage. Whatever that means. I don't really know what that means. But they were kind of annoying in Fear and Hunger, so I don't know. You had left your home because you didn't want to die fighting someone else's war, so why'd you waste your life serving someone else in turn? Around this time, you found an old scroll from one of the many Amon libraries. The scroll mentioned an old sect of magical practitioners originating from Eastern sanctuaries, whose worldview seemed more appealing to you. Oh, wow. Wow, a yellow mage learning about the Eastern sanctuaries. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Hey, yellow mages differed from your typical priests. Instead of dedicating their lives to worship, gods existed for them. Their force was to be harnessed to further one's own personal growth and agenda. Instead of finding order from the commandments laid out by the older gods, yellow mages reveled in chaos. Chaos was the natural state the world would return to time and time again. So why even try and force it to anything else? You quit at the Temple of Amon and decided to head east in pursuit of these yellow mages. You traveled beyond your home continent, ultimately finding yourself at the narrow streets of eastern sanctuaries. You got acquainted with the local temples. Even they had adopted the worship of Almer as their main religion. Oh, hey. Nice to see Dong Jeebus is still influencing the world a bit. You know, it's always good to see some good old Dong Jeebus worship. I mean, we did once upon a time. We raised Dong Jeebus. Once upon a time. Eastern sanctuaries were no better than temples of Amon in that regard. If anything, religion was even more prevalent there, and dictated the way people were to live and die. You were looked down upon by the scholars and religious leaders of the area because of your very public opinions. That didn't bother you. You knew better. Okay, well, we still know better than these guys. Okay. We're apparently a super genius. I'll see more of them in some way or another. Well, I do like me a Dong Jeebus here and there. You know, a good old Dong Jeebus. Can't be mad about that if I ever see him. In time, your conviction convinced the facets you wanted. You were approached by a group of traveling mages who wore colorful attires. The yellow mages that were still around in this day and age were reduced to small separate groups, wandering around the world to study all fields of the otherworldly. The group saw potential in you and offered a place among them. Oh, hey. We were accepted as the mages. Why not? You liked what you heard and decided to join the modern group. What do you specialize in? Basic techniques or advanced magic? What? What would basic techniques give me? I don't know what that would... You know, that might give me a healing spell. The fast texting to skip text up until an option choice? Page up, maybe. Why would I skip text? You wanted the whole text adventure, now you tell me skip. What? What? I don't need to do that. Listen, I'm learning my lore. I'm learning my yellow mage lore here, okay? Getting immersed. Advanced magic. Well, advanced magic. That could teach me stuff that might be a bit hard to do. Now, what if it gives me a super spell that needs affinity or something? I don't really know how you get spells in this game, but... Then again, basic techniques could just be better. Not for now, you nuts. Okay. Okay. For future plays, yeah. Well, I'd still probably want to read all the intros of everyone. Like, if I ever play another character, if needed, yeah, if needed. But if I ever play another character, then I still want to see their intro. I guess advanced magic. That seems like, you know, in the long term, that seems like it'll be better. But in the short term, basic seems like it'll be better. But I'm playing for the long con. You learned hurting. Oh. Your path of learning and self-growth knew no end. Your travels brought you to a small border town in eastern sanctuaries. There you met a curious person, Hadil Azif. Azif? A self-proclaimed wizard from the far east. I think Azif rings a bell. Isn't that like what the G-Man was called or something? It was like, nah, I think it was called it was like Azur or something like that. Some kind of weird thing. Despite his pretentious appearance, his family name Azif was well known and even somewhat feared in certain occult circles, which gave his claims at least some credibility. Maybe it was Azif. I don't know. Maybe he's, you know, a special G-Man person. Azif RGB8. RGB8. Okay, I mean, it seems like it is a suspicious name. Even I was suspicious. Even I was suspicious and I didn't even know that. So, little suspicious there. I don't know. As if, okay. As if. Yeah. As if this, as if that. How about you? As if. Nothing. I don't know. I don't have any quips or puns or jokes. There's no jokes on this screen. There's no jokes. Only reading. And lore and immersion and gameplay, but not gameplay yet. But super lore instead. He was gathering a group of adventurers to accompany him on a perilous quest. He had inherited get it? Okay, why'd you put dots? Sure. What do you mean? Sure. Why sure with question mark? What? Sure. Oh, get it. Sure. Yeah, okay. As if I get it. As if I get it. As if I get it. Yes. Sure, yes. Yes. Okay. Well. He had inherited a map from his yeah, he had inherited a map from his late grandfather that was supposed to lead him to the infamous dungeons of fear and hunger itself. A map. Interesting. Just play the game. Listen, I am playing the game. Okay, look, this guy's on like a train. I don't know where he's going, but I'm gonna find out. So this guy's gathering a bunch of people. He's got a map from his late grandfather. I don't know who that is, but the dungeons of fear and hunger itself. Is this a movie or game? Maybe it's both. I don't know. The place used to be a noteworthy location of pilgrimage for many aspiring mages and priests in the distant past. The Yellow Mages you had spent time with previously told ominous tales about the dungeons as well. Initially, you dismissed as if's talks, only to be haunted by the most brutal nightmares on the following night. Something was calling for you. You had to witness the place yourself. You joined the motley crew of adventurers, as if had managed to put it together, and travel through war-torn Europa. Most of the crew quit halfway to Rondon because of how difficult it was to cross the borders during those chaotic times. Alright, so Kingdom of Rondon still exists. I see. The closer to the destination you got, more feverish your dreams became. The remaining members of your ragtag fellowship were visibly sick from stress and otherworldly pressure that had befallen on you the moment you set out on your quest. Figured while you had the dungeons fresh in your mind. Well, apparently, the dungeons have a mind of their own. We're getting visions. We're just thinking of it. And everyone's going crazy. Literally just the thought of going there is enough. What's up with that? Listen, all there was in there in the dungeons were, a few guards with large stingers. It's not that bad. Heck, I even killed everything in there, except for a few things, but I killed everything basically. And Enki became a super nerd, so come on, it's not that bad. It's literally not that bad. Come on. The breaking point was the day you were to finally arrive at the dungeons. A heavy fog drowned your camp and made navigation impossible. Using a compass did no good as the thing was just spinning circles wildly. Distant growls and howls created unrest. Well, I don't like growls and howls, I'm not a fan of the dogs at all. Don't really want any doggos. Don't want to deal with that. Not that there was any need for that, as superstition and constant misfortune had already convinced your fellow travelers that this trip was cursed from the start. Your companions panicked and scattered to the mist, as if himself had been sick from constant nightmares for half the trip already. You left him curled up in fetus position in his tent and ventured forward on your own. Okay, well, we ditched him. We ditched him. We're like, man, these guys are weak. You're kidding me? You guys are sick from even thinking about this? Not me. Hey, listen, I'm on a mission. You kidding me? I'm going there. Man, you guys... This guy does not care. After walking for... Oh, it's got dark. After walking for a while, you started to make out something behind the thick white veil. The mist revealed structures of some kind. You got to a set of old ruins, or they looked more like a measly pile of rubble now. If it wasn't for the dreadful aura emanating from deep within, you couldn't tell there was anything remarkable about this place whatsoever. Near the main entrance arc, there was a makeshift archaeological site with tents and digging equipment. The site looked abandoned. On the other side, there was a side entrance to the dungeons with stairs leading down to the darkness below. Examine the tents, head to the main entrance, head to the side entrance. Wait, let me read this again, wait. Makeshift archaeological site with tents, digging equipment. Okay, so that's near the main entrance. On the other side was the side entrance to the dungeon with stairs leading down to the darkness. Wow. Wow. Picture it in your minds. Well, you got the main entrance. Got a main entrance and people are working on it, apparently. But then you got the side entrance. The side entrance is always safer than the main entrance. Every playthrough that you go through, the side entrance is always the safe way, you know. And it's got, it's the miasmas over there. Maybe we can pick up miasma on the way. Maybe a little miasma. Come on now. We just need to use leg sweep and we can break open the door and yoink. Got miasma now. Hey. Or there's tents. Yeah, most people won't have this in their intro, so don't worry. Most people. Maybe the side entrance, at least the bunny cults. But not the bunny cults. No. Wait, what even happened to the bunny cults? It's been like hundreds of years, I'd imagine. Well, I don't know how long it's been, but I'd assume it's been hundreds of years since the first game. Maybe the bunny cult's still there. Maybe they're still doing the do. But also, the way to get to... They still having sex. Okay. You know what? They probably are. Somewhere. After hundreds of years. Yeah. I'd imagine. I mean, who knows? Who knows when they originally got there? And who knows if they ever left? But if you want to get to the bunny cult, you don't go through the side entrance. You go through the main entrance. The side entrance is way further away from that area. Then as for the tents, I don't know, but I'm going to the side entrance. This one leads into the dungeon. I want to go in. Cautiously, you walked down the slippery stairs, only to find a cave-in. Oh. The hallway had totally collapsed, and there seemed to be no way around it. What? Buried under the rubble, there was an old skeleton and a medieval leather armor, crushed under a ton of rocks. You didn't want to suffer the same fate with the skeleton, so you returned back. Medieval leather armor? What? Skeleton. Okay. Skeleton boy. Near the main entrance arc, there was a makeshift archaeological site with tents and digging equipment. So it looked abandoned. On the other side, there was the entrance to the dungeon stairs. Okay, so this is like an actual... I thought this was going to be like a one and done thing, but apparently I'm actually exploring this area, so it's one of your necromancy skeleton, maybe. I don't know. I don't think any of my skeletons had Leather armor. Examine the tents. I head to the main entrance. So, I might examine the tents and then go to the main entrance. It seems like there's some stuff on the main entrance, right? Makeshift archaeological site with tents and digging equipment. Site looked abandoned. Well, it's a bit abandoned. I'll examine the tents. The archaeological site seemed relatively new. Maybe a couple of years old at tops. There was no signs of people. Whoever had set it up had long abandoned the place too. Yeah, they're probably all dead. They're probably all dead. Pinecone piggy. What's up with the pinecone piggy? Well, the pinecone piggy saved them. That's what happened. They all escaped safe and sound because they had the pinecone piggy at their side. There you go. That's the canon lore that I just made up. Right there. Right there. That's what really happened, okay? Nothing bad happened. All the documents and reports were written in Bremen. So you couldn't tell what exactly these people were looking for, okay? So it's in some kind of language that I don't know. This might have been just a regular archaeological excursion that stumbled into their certain doom. Unknowingly. If these truly were the dungeons of fear and hunger, then even in their current state, they would surely swallow unprepared tourists whole. And so now it's time to go to the main entrance. Let's see what's left of these dungeons. Can I see like a corpse of a guard, like a skeleton guard bones? Maybe there's like an undead skeleton guard. Who knows? I mean, there's a moonless guard. If there's moonless guards, why can't there be skeleton guards? Come on. The moment you stepped inside the dungeon walls, you felt immense otherworldly pressure. You understood that the place would drain any normal person to the brink of madness and starvation in a matter of mere hours. You had to be efficient about this. Even if the day was still bright, the darkness seemed to suffocate all light, and you could barely see anything ahead of you. You lit up a torch. You stood at the vestibule. What? Vestibule? Well, that's a new word. Hey, new word unlocked. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming that's like the middle. To your left, you saw a doorway leading to what seemed like a kitchen. There was a small room with old wooden furniture in front of you, and to your right, there was a closed door. Okay, so... well, the kitchen usually doesn't have anything inside. It usually, has some rotten meat, some food. You might need some food. You gotta loot up. Gotta loot up a little bit. Check the room in front of you. No way, this is Fear and Hunger reference. No way! Fear and Hunger reference? What? The kitchen on the left. And there's a room in front of me. What? And a door. What? What? Y'all kidding me? It sure is the full text adventure. Okay. Well, I might want to go to the kitchen. I don't know what the room in front of me would be. That could be anything. Wait, it's a text adventure? Yeah. Well, I said the full text adventure. Check the door. Really? You think the door? Oh wait, what does it say about the door? There was a small room with old wooden furniture in front of you, and to your right there was a closed door. I think the door would be locked, no? I will check the door though. You do suggest it. Fear and Hunger as a text adventure game. I do think, Fear and Hunger as a text adventure game would still be interesting, I think. Still be an interesting game. Imagine if it was like Faith a bit. Imagine Fear and Hunger Faith. Mortis. Alright, I'll check the door. What could possibly go wrong? Wait, I can go back outside. Wait. I'll check the door. I tried opening the door, but it didn't budge. Tried forcing the door open, but then you heard faint noises come from the other side. Oh. Could have sworn it sounded like something heavy and alive was slowly moving towards the door. You had heard rumors of this place, and you definitely didn't want to confirm whether there was any truth to those horror stories or not. Backed away from the door. Okay, so the door, there might be something alive in there. I don't really know. I don't want to find out, and I don't have leg sweep or lock picking, so can't really open it. And so in front of me is a room with old furniture, wooden furniture. Maybe I'll check out the kitchen. Maybe. The room had small stools around a large wooden table covered in cobwebs and old stains. At the end of the room were old cupboards and kitchen utilities that had collapsed on the ground. The other corner had a row of wooden barrels. Cupboards or wooden barrels? Well, I do like me a wooden barrel. Come on, give me moldy bread. Come on, moldy bread. No. Barrels might have once stored food items, but that was hundreds of years ago. There was nothing useful there anymore. What? Man, suddenly you hear loud banging and screeching coming from the entrance hall. The journal was rushing through it as you ran back just to see what was causing the noise. Yeah, once you hopefully find your way out, remember you can loot diagonally now. Diagonally? Oh yeah. That'll be interesting. The closed door was jolting from its hinges. Something big was trying to force its way through the door. Whatever it was, created inhuman guttural sounds between swings of the door. Hide in the kitchen, hide in the room in front of you. Wait and see what it is. I mean, realistically, I could probably kill it. I mean, I have pyromancy trick and greater hurting. I could probably just one-shot it. Let's be real. Hey, let's be real. Let's be real for a moment here. I got hurting. I just hurt its head. Maybe chop off its arm or something. I don't know. Cool story, Bob. Okay, fine. Well, I mean, hiding is good too. Hide in the room in front of you. I mean, I feel like the kitchen. What would the kitchen have that I can even hide in the first place? This area could have like I don't know, something. Do what you want. You can almost not go wrong. Almost not go wrong. Well, that implies that there is something that could go wrong somehow, some way. Well, I'm inside the kitchen. Actually, let's think realistically about. Okay, that's it. I'm hiding in the kitchen. I can't just go around spending all my mind without any mind heal items. That's the real answer. Yeah, quickly waltz inside the kitchen and press against a corner where, again, against the corner where you thought you could stay hidden while seeing what you were up against. Oh, well, you got cornered. Door crashed open. Saw a dark silhouette of a gigantic malformed being push from the open doorway. The creature made gruggling noises as it wandered to the other room. Oh. You used this chance to sneak past the thing to the dark corridor where it first came from. Only the creature had clearly gotten used to the darkness, as it sensed you the moment you got out of your hiding spot. What? Why'd I get out of my hiding spot? I didn't do that. Charge the unknown darkness without second thoughts. Well, seems like things have gone wrong. You ran as fast as you could, creating distance to the malformed beast with each step. You couldn't see much in the darkness, but a door frame that had the light shining through its cracks got your attention. A door frame that had the light shining through its cracks. What, is that going to be the courtyard area thing? You tackled the door open and stumbled into an overgrown courtyard. Quickly glancing at the dark corridor, you noticed that the beast was nowhere to be seen. You figured that the last rays of the setting sun still kept it at bay. Oh, never thought about that, bud. The guards do never seem to go outside. I never thought about that. There's no guards in the courtyard, and there's no guards in the bunny area place. Hey, it's your bunny area. Is it the bunny area? I thought there was like 2 courtyards, no? There's the one that leads to the weird library area with a priest that sacrificed someone. And then there's the one where you need the Maka book to get to the bunnies. I thought I'm in that in between the library and the dungeon area thing, not the bunnies. Unless I am in the bunnies. You took a breather and slowly walked across the yard. The grass had taken a sickly yellowish color, and the setting sun created ominous shadows as its rays hit the lone gallows standing at the center of the enclosure. As you managed to focus your thoughts, you realized that there was an additional voice echoing in your head. Something or someone was calling you from the depths of this forsaken fortress. Who could possibly be calling me? Better be Dong Jeebus himself. Better be Dong Jeebus. I won't take anyone else. I will not take. Only Dong Jeebus. No one else. And if someone else does want to, then I'm going to destroy them. Okay, that's my final answer. Better not be any kind of Lajushi douche or any sort of god. Trash to your player. What? Listen. I'm not okay. I'm not going to the bunny area. I'm not. There's no bunny areas for you. Okay, no. I think you've gotten too attached to the bunnies. I think we're gonna need like an intervention. We're gonna need an intervention. I think at this point it's gone too far. It's further than the Bob Snow. There was something very curious about this echo. You needed to find its source. Not like you had a choice, but to delve deeper as the sun was rapidly setting down, stripping you from the last barrier that kept the murderous beast hiding in the shadows. Someone lost their bunny fields coin toss. Yeah. Yeah, they did. I don't know. It's called infinite healing. Okay. Well, you know what? You might not be wrong. You know, if you lose the coin toss, it is infinite healing until you get entirely exhausted and you probably die. Somewhere. I mean, you die eventually, maybe, unless you live forever. I don't know. I don't know if the bunnies live forever or not. I guess that's lore for another day. It's a life hack. Okay. Life hack, bunnies. Just super sex cold forever and ever, and you live forever, but that's all you can do. I don't know if that's a worthy trade-off. Maybe for some people, maybe for you, I don't know about me, I don't know. I guess you need the super healing for all that super chafing, yeah. Definitely probably gonna need it for that. Probably need super healing so you don't get entirely exhausted, too. The courtyard led to another door to the darkness. You pushed forward. You're at the foyer of the dungeons. The hall was large. To your left was a lavatory. To your right, there was a long corridor leading to total darkness before you arose a large stairway up. Chafing. I'm making my own call to them. Oh, okay. Well, how are you gonna do that? What are you gonna buy some bunny mass? You're gonna buy a bunny mass and go out into the fields and just people gonna show up with other bunny masks? Is that what you're gonna do? Maybe that's how they were started. Someone was just like, you know what? I'm gonna put on a bunny mask. I'm gonna get naked and I'm gonna go out into a random field. And I'm just gonna sit there. And then suddenly some other people just came along and they were like, you know what? Never mind. Check out I need books. Give me books. Think you're able to buy woman, right? I don't know about that one. I don't know. And also, the bunnies need men too. Bunnies need men too. Kidding me? Your torch lit up a row of grimy old toilet seatings. Old blood stains were mixed with what looks like semen. You wondered how and why you knew such an exquisite little detail. Okay. Okay, game. Okay. Okay. Okay, what? Jump down the toilet hole. Why is that an option? Why is that? Sylvian loves all her children's. Okay, well. She does love her children's. We'll give you that. Yeah, like prostitutes. Okay. Well, I don't know if they want to join your super cult, though. I don't know. Let me investigate. Don't jump down, though. No jumping into random toilet holes. They're usually for rent. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can just buy them and put them into your bunny cults forever and ever. For infinite years. Because the bunnies live forever, I guess. There was nothing much to the toilet holes. They were just what one would expect them to be. Okay. Well, I looked inside of a toilet hole. Kidnapping? Whoa! 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 Slow down, Pocket Cat. Slow down. Whoa! 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 The wide stairway led to an old Almerian sacrificial altar with a skeleton crucified to it. Next to the altar, there was a side path leading deeper into the fortress. So a side path. Okay, so that is kind of where I want to go, I guess. Examine the altar. The altar was a typical ritual crucifix used to worship Almer, the Ascended One. A sacrifice would be put on the cross and their blood would slowly be drained for days to come. Oh. Traditionally, such rituals were used for protection. Almer would look after the immediate surroundings for as long as the blood was running down the cross. The last sacrifice this cross saw must have been the skeleton. There was no blood dripping from the cross anymore, so no protection from Almer either. Alright, Dong Jeebus. Dong Jeebus, protect me. Oh, Lord Dong Jeebus. What about the dark corridor? I mean, that's Trotter's place, right? The stairs felt deeper when going down? Maybe it had something to do with the way the darkness shrouded each step ahead of you? If you didn't know any better, the stairs could have kept going on forever until you reached the abyss itself. Okay, don't backtrack. Don't backtrack. Your torch slowly pushed away the darkness as you advanced towards the unknown. The further you got, the stronger the echo inside your head became. You couldn't make out the words clearly, but this was definitely the right direction ahead. What if I, like, go into some random farmer's cornfield wearing robes? I don't know. I don't know. They'll probably, I don't know. They might, I don't know. I don't think they'd be too happy. Probably be trespassing. Most farmers have shotguns. Yeah, they'll probably shoot you. I don't know. I don't know how it is in Australia, but hey, you go into some random farmer's place in America. Hey, listen. I would not trust it. I wouldn't trust it, okay? I'll tell you that much. I don't know about Australia. It's Australia, they probably don't have them. Well, I mean, can't people that hunt in Australia still have guns? They can. I don't know. I don't know if farmers hunt, but I mean, most of the farmers that I knew growing up, hey, listen, I know it's not Australia, but all of them hunted, so, I don't know. Well, plus, cornfield is easier to cover to run in. Okay. Okay. What are you trying to become, like, the children of the corn here? Like, what's... Trying to make, like, some super cults in the corn? What's going on here? Alright. A larger room opened up behind a set of rusty iron bars. Your torch revealed human-like figures that stood still just beyond the radius of the lights. Upon closer inspection, you notice that these figures were medieval Iron Maidens. Human-shaped torture devices that seemed practical, used judging from old stains that formed the seeping blood of their victims. Alright, I need penance armor. Where's my dong Jeebus step? Well, give me an empty scroll. Come on, I'm in the dungeons of Fear and Hunger. Where's my empty scroll? Give me just a little empty scroll and a little penance armor. Come on now. Yeah, and gonna wear a deer skull. What? I thought you wanted to become a bunny. How are you gonna become a bunny if you become a deer? What are you gonna? What do the deers do? Well, if the wolves are cannibals and the deers are and the bunnies are just having sex all the time, it's to scare them. Okay, well, I guess the deers are just scary. Your thoughts? The room had numerous other torture devices as well. Most of them would probably be inoperative in this day and age. Among them, you saw an old reinforced chest. And at the back of the room, you saw a corridor leading down the cells. Well, what's inside the chest? The chest looked old. Might as well have been medieval, for all you knew. As you tried opening it, you realized the lock was still fully functioning. You couldn't open it without a proper key. Felt a cold draft run across the chamber. That draft seemed to be guiding you towards the dark corridor at the end of the room. Do I follow the draft to the dark corridor? I mean, realistically, so if I'm in Trotter's place, there's nothing really bad here, right? What's possibly even bad here? There's like nothing. Maybe I didn't find the super secret room. Also, couldn't open up the chest because it had a super lock. I don't know. The corridor that opened up was a long one with multiple cell doors covering each side. At the end, there were large bars sealing off a staircase. Only a rusty old lock stood in your way towards the deeper darkness. Okay, so I'm in the penance armor sort of room. I'm in the room that's next to the penance armor room, basically. Check the gate at the end of the corridor. Or check the cell doors. Check the cell doors. All the doors were locked. Your torch barely lit any of the cells, so there was no telling what was inside of them. Okay, check the gate. Despite being ancient, the lock seemed surprisingly durable. You figured that you needed a key or something similar to open the pathway down. Oh. Well, I guess that makes sense. Going to have ritual and sacrifice people. Okay. I would not recommend doing that. But if you do happen to do it, someone needs to find their keys. Yeah. Well, normally, I just kill Trotter for my keys, but I can't do that this time. Turn to the foyer. Looks like I have to go to the path. Looks like we gotta go to the stairway. Well, so to the side path. So this will lead me to the area that I actually have to go. The path was a narrow corridor crudely made from misshapen bricks and stones. It looked like the floor had collapsed at certain points, but you were able to hop over the trench with ease. A large room opened up before you. The room stood out with its finer decor, spiral floor tiling, and its many bookcases covering the walls. The south end corner of the room had a small doorway shrouded in darkness. The north end corner was more dilapidated, with its caved-in ceiling and all. Search the bookshelves. Check the doorway. Search the bookshelves. Most of the books that were left had been growing mold for hundreds of years, but there were a handful of manuscripts that appeared surprisingly new. Skin Bible Grogaroth. Skin Bible Rur. Dilapidated. Okay, that's what I thought. I said it wrong, but I've heard of that word before, I think. Yeah, I think. Dilapidated. Dilapidated. Well, there you go. I've got some skin Bibles. Who do I go for? I've already got G-Man spells. I've got Pyromancy Trick, and I've got Hurting. So I don't think I need G-Man spells. I don't know what Rur gives me. And Sylvian, you know, Sylvian does have the healing. You know, a little bit of healing. I don't know. Might be useful, but also there's Rur, and Rur is kind of interesting. Haven't read about Rur before. And they're surprisingly new. Well, it's either between Rur or Sylvian. I don't know. A healing spell. Well, a healing spell would be kind of nice, but I don't think this will give me a spell. At the same time, who knows? Who knows what Rur even gives you? What, he's some super moon god? What the heck would a moon god give you? Apparently, he gives you, like, moonlight cancer or whatever. That's what he gives you. I'll go with Rur because he's new to me. I might as well. I gotta see what's up with this guy. Or this moon man person thing. Super moon with a face guy is what I'll call him. Looks like the Zelda moon. The manuscripts all seem to be part of a bigger compilation. And you would have loved to have all of them with you, but you had a job to do and couldn't burn yourself with too much extra luggage. What? You kidding me? Wait. Hold up. Listen, the main characters of Fear and Hunger, where they were able to carry, like, so much opium. They were able to carry their opium stash. They were able to carry their tobacco stash. They were able to carry a bunch of moldy bread and meat pies and rotten meats and soul stones, and they carried, like, over 10 books at a time, and they're empty scrolls. And you're telling me I can only pick up one book? What? Man. I have a newfound respect for the main characters of Fear and Hunger now. I never knew that carrying like 20 books at a time was so hard. But now I know. Apparently they're just built differently, huh? Large room opened up before you. The room stood out with its finer decor. Okay, so this is the same area. I guess I check the doorway. Your torch slowly lit up the small room and revealed a wooden desk with drawers. A carpet was from Eastern sanctuaries, judging by its patterns, and a partly eaten corpse that seemed to be part of the archaeological expedition. Search the desk. The desk was trash. Someone must have searched the desk. What? Most of the valuables had been looted a long time ago already. Opening a drawer revealed an old and dusty letters of no importance. The bottom drawer, however, seemed to be stuck. I don't know. There could be, like, what if there's a spooter inside of it? What if there's a spooter? Okay, the drawer a couple of times and managed to force it open. A lucky coin rolled out of the drawer. Oh, hey! I'll finish this fancy coin. Why not? Faint whining and moaning could be heard from the partly eaten archaeologist. The corpse was trying to get on his feet. As it stumbled up, a group of keys fell from his lap. Picked up the prison keys. Slowly, one step at a time, the ghoul approached with his mouth stenched unnaturally open. Cast hurting on it. Attack it with your staff. I mean, it's a ghoul. I don't really need to attack it. They don't drop anything. You know, if we're going with Fear and Hunger logic, they don't drop anything at all. And they're kind of slow, and they also kind of want to die. So I don't think I need to really attack it. Backed away from the room, yet the ghoul kept on following you. You cautiously hopped over the collapsed floor in the corridor leading up to the library. The creature was not as agile, and instead face planted on the ground as it tripped on the rubble. Okay. Well. Hey, tripped and fell. Loser. Loser. He tripped and fell. Okay, well. It looks like ignoring it was the best thing I could possibly do, huh? The ghoul was waist deep in the trench, unable to climb back up. Desperately, he tried reaching out for you with his blood-soaked hands. The whines and growls turned into agitated shrieks as it furiously tried to snatch you. Listen, just run away. Just run away from it. It's stuck. It's stuck. Actually, you know what? Taunt it a little bit. You know, do a little teabag. Do some teabags. Come on. Why not? Why not? Hey, he's stuck. It looked like the creature was stuck. You figured you'd at best just leave the air for now and explore elsewhere. Who knows? Maybe I'll get necromancy and I'll be able to kill it and then necromancy it. I don't know. So where am I? Oh, so I'm back all the way over here. Okay, wait. But so where do I gotta go? Dark corridor. I got the key. Okay, so definitely the right direction to head. Okay, so I've been here before, yes. And I need to go to, well, can I, you know, maybe unlock the chest? I mean, I kind of have a key, but I don't really. Loud creaks and groans could be heard behind you. Something big had just entered the foyer. You figured it must have been the malformed archaeologist from before. The sun must have set, which made it possible for the creature to advance through the courtyard. The creature must have had your scent, as his footsteps clearly closed in on you at a rapid pace. And act fast. The corridor that opened up was a long one with multiple cell doors covering each side. At each end there was bars sealing off a staircase, only rusty lock. Old lock stood in your way towards the deeper darkness. Wow, I gotta get out of here. Here, the creature trashed the nearby torture chamber. It was right on your heels. You didn't see him in the darkness, but you could sense his intense hatred homing in on you. The gate was locked with a reinforced lock. You try to remain cool as you're hoping for the prison keys to work. Well, they do work. They work. They work. There's no way they don't. The beast was already charging towards you as you opened the gates and slipped inside only seconds before the malformed monster smashed against the bars. Violently, the creature tried to reach for you while making low grunt noises from his swollen throat. The bars and the gate seemed to hold the beast for now. We didn't want to stay and find out whether the thing could eventually break in. Instead, you took the stairs deeper to the darkness. A thought crossed your mind. If darkness had twisted those poor sods to become mindless beasts, would the same fate await you if you stayed in the dungeons for long enough? Well, I don't know. Would it? I don't know. I don't really want to become a super guard. Well, I don't know if the thing going after me is a guard, but I don't know what else it would be. And also, even if it is a guard, then I can just kill it. Honestly, guards are, you know, they're kind of easy. I don't know. Listen, when you have herding and the pyromancy trick, they're easy. Not that much. The stairs became sticky from old gore and blood the deeper you got. The air was stale and had a rotten smell to it. The voice inside your head got louder. You still couldn't make sense of any words, but it was definitely calling for you. Deeper. You had to get deeper. That much was clear. You entered a huge chamber full of partly buried skeletons and rotting corpses laying about. The ground had a thick layer of dried blood and filth, which had accrued for around the chamber walls over the years. Each step you took echoed to dizzying heights. You couldn't see the chamber ceiling, and the walls just rose up forever to the darkness. There were 2 staircases in the chamber. One led to the ground level, you just escaped, while the other one led to the lower levels. In the middle of the chamber there was a rather new-looking wooden contraption. A new contraption? Well, what about the bodies? I want to see the bodies. Come on. Most of the bodies have been decaying and decomposing for hundreds of years. Some bodies looked fresher than the others, while some were reduced to bare skeletons. The ludicrous amount of corpses did raise questions about the purpose of this chamber, but there was no one around to answer those questions anymore, so you just took everything at face value. Yeah, bunch of random bodies. I mean, who knows what happened to them? Maybe, maybe they tripped and fell and, they died. Like, who's to say what really happened to them? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You didn't notice the gaping hole at the center of the chamber until you got closer and your torch lit up the surroundings. The wooden contraption had been built around it as a freight elevator of sorts, lifting and lowering items and people if necessary. The contraption itself stuck out just by not being stained with the blood and filth like everything else. Judging by some of the equipment around, the elevator must have been used by the same archaeologic expedition that set up tents outside. You could have used the contraption yourself too if you had some rope with you. There were two staircases in the chamber, one led to the ground level it just escaped, and while the other one led to lower levels. Okay, so I need a rope then? Well, I don't know where the thing even leads in the first place, so this one is found the rope. Well, the only rope that I know is it's in the mines in the village, but do I really have to go down there? Do I really? I don't even know how I can get down there. The stairs leading down was sticky with the grime like everything else in the chamber. The whole draft moved you along to the chasm that awaited you at the bottom. A giant underground ravine opened up before you. Even your torch couldn't properly light up the area. There were iron grid platforms suspended above a seemingly bottomless chasm. The platforms were mounted on the cavern walls and linked together with shaky-looking bridge. The side you were on had a few individual prison cells in a row. What waited on the other side of the bridge was shrouded in darkness. Well, I mean, I'm at the prison area, so technically speaking, I need to find the lever to get to the mines, which is somewhere. Who knows where it is? Check the prison cells. Maybe I can get some cloth. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of cloth. I don't know. Tried to open the cell doors, but all of them appeared locked. Some of the locks were too rusty to even function properly anymore. There appeared to be no way inside the bars. Not that you missed anything important. The torchlight revealed irregular prison utilities like piss buckets, chains, and a couple of skulls belonging to previous residents. Okay, so I've just gotta walk, I guess. Could have examined the ravine. Probably should have done that, but You cautiously walked up to the bridge. Just putting some weights on the thing caused a couple of nuts and bolts to fall down to the endless steps. Okay, wow. Very sturdy, I see. Very, very sturdy and trustworthy, yeah. You're brave to cross it. The bridge felt like it was about to collapse at any moment, but somehow it remained together. The other side of the ravine was more or less identical to the one where you just came. There were 3 cells in a row. At the end of the platform, there was a corridor leading away from the ravine back to solid ground. Check the prison cells. Let's go to the corridor. Examine the ravine. You realize something now that you looked at the ravine from the other side. Next to the man-made platforms in the darkness, there were huge statues carved on the cavern walls, where the brick walls of the prison area ended. The statues were figures from olden times, clad in armor, only their appearance wasn't that of humans. No, these figures appeared more reptilian. Yes, the super lizard statues. The appearance and condition of the statues suggested that they were a lot older than anything that had been built around them over the years. They probably were there even before the whole fortress existed in the first place. I still don't really know what was up with those statues. Or the lizard people. I don't really know where they came from. I don't know what happened there. I don't think it was really explained. They were just kind of there, and apparently, the Their statues are older than Rondon, or I guess when Rondon went over there, so... Maybe the lizard people do control the world. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Check the prison cells. All the cells were locked. One cell in particular caught your attention. There was a huge naked creature inside. Its features looked human, but the person must have been at least 2.5 meters tall, if not more. The upper body of the thing was shrouded in darkness. Double cool story, Bob. What's up with the double cool story, Bob? What's that meters you say? Wow. I mean, the game apparently measures in meters. What am I going to say about that? Hey, listen, doesn't have my freedom units. Where's my freedom units? 2.5 meters. What is that? That's a lot of feet right there. That's a lot of feet. Wow. RGB8. Okay. I mean, who knows? Maybe. In one of their continents, they use the freedom units. Maybe Abyssonia uses freedom units. I don't know. Maybe Vinland uses freedom units. That crazy place. I don't know. The upper body of the thing was shrouded in darkness. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? For a moment, you thought the creature was still breathing, but you figured it must have been the flickering torch, creating illusions, surely. Even fear and hunger won't touch a freedom units. What? You kidding? Listen, who's to say it does or does not exist somewhere? I mean, come on now. Someone's got to say yards eventually, feet and inches and centimeters, all that stuff. I mean, oh my, what? Meters. Walked away as quietly as possible regardless. So I guess go to the corridor. Centimeters. Well, yes, centimeters. Yes. Very, very small measurement. I like those. Okay. Well, yes. Okay. Listen. Centimeters are still using freedom units. Okay. Still technically used there. Yes. They're the meter before meters. Okay. Well, like normal people. Normal people? What do you mean by that? Listen, my freedom units are the most normal thing ever, okay? What's so bad about 12 inches to a foot? I mean, that's totally understandable and easy maths. Okay? Very easy, surely. And it's might be like 30 centimeters plus for foots, but who cares? Come on now. Yeah, you ain't even started the game. Head in the game, man. Okay. Listen, I'm taking my sweet time. Huh? This is the best content imaginable. Me learning the super Omega lore. And playing Fear and Hunger inside of Fear and Hunger. Like, what more could you even want? I'm playing Fear and Hunger. Literally. My text adventure. The corridor took you to a small intersection. To your left, there was a doorway to a small room, and to your right, the corridor continued deeper to the darkness. Checked the small room. Checked the small room. The room looked like it had once belonged to an army officer. There were numerous weapon racks in the room, positioned next to an empty shelf. At the back of the room, there was a wooden desk with an impressive-looking leather recliner behind it. Behind the desk, you noticed a small cast-iron chest. What seemed like a rusty lever. Well, I just want, a little bit of loot here, eh? A little bit of loot. There were a few swords and spears still left on the rack. Looked like there might have once been more, but the looters had probably taken everything that looked half-decent and valuable. One of the swords was in complete rubbish, and one of the spears appeared to be in surprisingly good shape. You couldn't carry both around. You didn't want to over-encumber yourself after all. So Iron Spear is two-handed. I'm guessing this is one-handed. I mean, I'm playing a yellow mage. She seems more like a one-handed type of character. I'd say. I'd probably want this, maybe. Maybe. Hear distant chains rattle by the chasm. He can do either. Well, I can imagine. But I don't know what the second-hand items are in this game. Because in Fear and Hunger, they're basically just... he a big boy. He is a big boy. I mean, look at those muscles there. See that? Look at that definition. Good lord. But in Fear and Hunger, the only thing that you could equip were shields on your second hands. So I don't know what's in this game. Hear distant chains rattle by the chasm. Seems like the commotion caused by your exploration reached the ears of someone or something. The room looked like it had once belonged to an army officer. Okay, so... Well, I want to loot a little bit. Come on now. Just had a thick and durable looking lock. Must have been just that too, as it had survived the rest of the time, and undoubtedly a myriad of looters. Tried forcing it open, but with no luck. If all the thieves from past several hundred years had given up on the chest, it would have been very unlikely that it was you who would have probably been the one to break the thing. Same here, I believe. Well, guess I'll find out. A loud creak echoed from the ravine. The dungeons were dead silent. Apart from the small ruckus caused by you going through the officer's room. Whatever lived in the darkness would hear you loud and clear. Yeah, let me loot. I need to loot. Desk and its drawers had been ransacked long ago already. Instead, he tried looking for things that were less obvious to common thieves and treasure hunters. You examined the bottom of the desk and found a hidden trapdoor. A pipe and a pouch full of tobacco fell from the hidden compartment. Oh, well. Little bit of tobacco, eh? And a pipe? Well, it's not opium, but... You heard an ear-piercing screech. It sounded like a cell door was just forced open. Steady scraping sounds closed in on you as you felt a terrifying presence advance in the dark. Wait to see what it is. Hide. You hid behind the desk and tried to get a decent vantage point as the scraping noises grew louder and louder. What could possibly even be dangerous at this point? What? I don't even know what enemy could possibly even be this. Better not be, can't be, I don't even know. A huge humanoid creature entered the room. The thing was naked, revealing its abnormally muscular and scarred physique. Its left arm was missing and replaced with what looked like a long pole or rod full of thorns and other sharp projections. What? So it's got a fancy schmancy other arm. Interesting. Seems like it is a guard though, because it's super muscular. But its left arm is missing. Interesting. No striking feature, however, in this abomination. It is not. Was its head? Thing had a head of a crow. Oh. It was not just a mask. The feathers were going down his neck too. Well, this is Birdman. Okay, well. It's Bird Mauler. What's this guy doing here? And also, I can't hide from him. It's not even possible to hide from him. You kidding me? Mauler buddy. No, not Mauler buddy. No. Uh-oh. Empty glaring eyes seem to stare right through you from the darkness of the doorway. Well, if only I knew this. Uh-oh. Crow gave a loud caw that was mixed with a deep, resonating... it's blocked off. Grow of an anguished man. That was all the warning you got as it charged straight at you. The creature swung furiously at you with its left mauler arm. Try to defend. Attack with your officer sword and cast a hurting on it. Yeah. I don't think I can defend against him. Well, maybe I should. Maybe defend. I don't know if attacking is gonna work. Casting hurting on it seems like it would be worth it. Cool cats. Cast hurting. You have time to even start turning the soul as the bowling of creature against the farm. Creature knew perfectly well how to utilize the dreadful weapon as its thorns and spikes scrape the skin of your back. You're surprised by the mercy shown as the crow finished you quickly with just one additional swoop. Broke your spine. Well, I'm dead. Looks like your journey ended before it properly began. Well, I just gotta not hide. Gotta not hide, and I would like a weapon. Would like a weapon there. The wooden desk has a pipe and tobacco, though. I want that too. It looked like it once belonged to an army officer. Yeah. And it looks like the captain's after me. Looked like a mechanical lever used to control something. Tried pulling it, but it was stuck. Didn't budge a little. What? It was a curious little thing, but its purpose would remain a mystery to you. What? Can't use the lever. Heard an ear-piercing screech sounded like a cell door was just forced open. Screaming sounds close in on you. Try to keep a cool head as screaming sounds became louder and louder. Usually when a creature appeared in the dark. But take a few steps back. That strong was the killing intent emanating from the thing. Its empty glowing eyes stared right through you. Okay, so I tried casting hurting, that doesn't work. Trying to defend doesn't work, so I gotta attack it. Left your weapon? Well, looks like I'm dead again. Wait, so as the mercy shown, well, I'm dead. Okay, so it looks like going into that room is not the play. In your face. Okay, listen, apparently that room is not good. Don't go into that room. That room is not, that's not for me, not for me. Check the prison cells, go to the corridor. Go to the corridor, check the small room. Check the chest. Get for the lock perfectly. Chest is almost empty, only a small ring slung on the ground, bottom. You got a thorn ring. What? That's disgusting. I don't want a ring. A thorn ring. Out of all the things to get, a thorn ring. Okay, I'm out. I'm out. Head deeper. Your torch pushed away the darkness. The dancing light flickered on a lone skeleton chained on the wall. The corridor circled back to the great chasm and its suspended platforms. The grid iron bridge connecting the two sides had completely collapsed on this end of the ravine. You noticed a rope tied on the platform. On the other end of the rope, you saw a corpse belonging to the archaeological expedition. This person had apparently hanged himself. Oh, the horrors of the dungeons must have been too much for him. Examine the ravine. You saw faint shapes in the darkness. The platform seemed to continue on the other side. God knows how large this man-made area really was. The great iron bridge connecting the two sides had completely collapsed on this end of the ravine. Okay, so lift up the corpse. You were right in your assessment. The person had modern clothing that looked like that of a stereotypical Western archaeologist. The person had nothing of value. Didn't pick up the rope though. Okay. Well, the person had nothing of value, you know. But we'll be taking that rope there though. You know, a little bit of a rope. The gridiron bridge. Examine the corpse. Checked all the pockets, but found nothing of value. We're really trying to ransack a corpse right now. The first steps were the only thing echoing in the air apart from your occasional water droplets. from occasional water droplets heard in the distance as you headed back. There's a doorway to a small room on your right, and in front of you was an open area with all the cells. Prison area. Check out the cells. Heard a loud screeching from one of the cells. That noise seemed to come from one of the cells at the end of the platform. Something dropped inside was causing the ruckus. A large humanoid creature busted through the cell door. The thing was naked, revealing an okay, so this is Birdman. He is out. He is out and about. Was his head the super burb? Try to slip by it. Try to slip past the creature. First you dodged another swing coming your way, and then leaped on the annexing bridge, just barely escaping beyond the crow's reach. Right across the bridge, the creature followed hot on your tail. The shaky bridge clattered under your feet. Just as you made it to the other side, the whole thing fell to pieces. Oh, nice! The hulking mass of the crow mauler was too much for the antique construction. The creature slumped down to the endless chasm with the collapsing parts and pieces. No! No! Birdman! Burb, no! Well, he'll be fine. He's gone. For now. But he'll be back, like he always is. You can never truly kill him. And eventually he'll have two heads. I don't really know how that works, but he'll have two heads eventually. We're standing on a gridiron platform that was suspended above the ravine that opened up below you. The bridge had linked the platform to the other side and had to collapse entirely with Crow. There goes Crow. Poor Burb, man. Poor Burb. Return to the upper floor chamber. The side you were on had a few individual prison cells in a row and a staircase back up where you initially came from. Examine the ravine. Hold and rush there. Completes entirely with the Crow. Check the bridge remains. Go up to the bridge remains and look down. The chasm was deep, very deep. The creature couldn't have survived the fall. That's what you kept saying to yourself anyway. Well, I don't know about Burb. I don't know about Burb. Oh, you managed to beat Fear and Hunger 1. You got the endings of B, C, and D. Oh, that's nice. I would say B. I'm pretty sure B. B might be my favorite ending out of Fear and Hunger 1. I like that ending a lot. Personally. Feels like a... To me, B is like a fitting ending. Very fitting. Ultimately. Yeah. Definitely also, definitely kind of a surprising ending too, a bit. That's also another reason why I like it. What, A, not good enough for ya? What is A? Is A, what is A? I forgot what A is. I forgot what all the endings are. Like, which ending is the wuss ending? Oh, is A the wuss ending? Is that what it is? Lil Gal. Oh, Lil Gal. Oh, wait. Is that the ending? Wait. I got my endings wrong. E. Okay, wait. The girl ending is my favorite one. The girl ending is my favorites. B. Grogaroth. Oh yeah, I like Grogaroth ending too, though. That was also good. Because I like the G-Man fights. He's very cool. Grogaroth says something like, the old gods are too pure. Yeah, he does say that. Well, it challenges them in that regard. Well, the girl is kind of the MVP of Fear and Hunger, I won't lie. You know, sometimes she's useless, but other times she is the best, actually. The bridge that had linked to the platform on the other side had collapsed entirely with the crowd. Said you were on, had a few individual prison shuttles. Check the bridge remains, check the prison cell. I might as well. Just, I only like her for the lore. Well, yeah, I mean, when she's on your team, I mean, you know, she feels like dead weight. Yeah, a little, you know, a little bit. Rude. Well, I mean, a skeleton is actually stronger than her, so, but to be fair, you can't control her spells and control what she does, so If you give her loving whispers or anything like that, so then she can become a super healer, which is kind of good. I tried to open all the cell doors, but all of them appeared locked. Didn't even Demon Baby. Well, I don't even know how you're supposed to get Demon Baby. I don't even know what the book is. It's supposed to be a book or something. I don't know where it is. All of them appear locked. Some of the locks were too rusty to even function properly anymore. No way inside. Okay, so I've got to go back. I gotta go back. As I walked back up, you once again heard the echo inside your head. This time you could almost understand some words. Deeper. You must delve deeper. Yeah, I never found the G-Man porno. Yeah, I didn't find that either, apparently. I mean, apparently it exists. Apparently, according to your brain, it exists. I don't know if it... I don't know. I never found it, but maybe it's out there somewhere in the world. Is Penance armor worth it? I'm thinking about doing an Anki run, do marriage, and then get the armor. It's pretty decent. It is decent. It is quite decent. If you never want to lose your limbs, and you don't want to have to put on Samus Snake Soul all the time. Just bring some band-aids. Yeah, does, some band-aids also work, yes. Quick path must have been somewhere at the Blooded Chamber. There were two staircases in the chamber. One led to the ground level, just escaped, while the other one led to the lower levels. Middle of the chamber, there was a rather new-looking wooden contraption. Okay, so I've got to go down the contraption, right? I got the rope. Got the rope. So I gotta go down. Gotta go to the mine. Maybe I'll find the pocket cat in the mine. Maybe he's still there, chilling out. Just tied the rope tightly to the wooden beams and threw the loose end down to the pits. After getting blue light, she's in sort of miasma. The game feels like a breeze on normal difficulty. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Blue Sin and Eastern Sword and Miasma, yeah, quite good. Quite good. Once you get a good start, things much more manageable. Never completely safe, though. Yeah, never completely safe, yes. You can always get douched up by, a black orb or a dominating person who melts your body. But, if you don't get douched on, it's fine. If you don't do that, it's fine. But, hey. I was able to, get all the endings, just, safe and sound, so it's completely doable, yes. Cold draft could be felt coming from the depths below. Headed down. Climbed the claustrophobic, bloody pits. The pits opened up, and the area that revealed itself was even more open than the ravine upstairs. There was a huge cavern beneath the fortress ruins. The rope ended up on top of a crashed wreckage. An iron cage had crashed on the rocky ground from the pit you came from. A closer inspection suggested that it was an elevator of some kind. Needless to say, it wasn't functional anymore. Nazar feels like he's really strong early, but he got too many drawbacks at the end. Yeah, but he's still cool. He's still cool. So, I don't know. I mean, cool character or... character that's kind of an asshole, but also kind of funny at the same time. I like his view on life. Doesn't care to be a king. Yeah, well, he's just out there. He's just out there trying to be super Omega Destruction God. Omega Chaos. 3-man with the G-Man. Yeah. Three-man with the G-Man. Hey, but it's still doable with 3-man. Still doable. Stood on solid ground. Okay, so... Cavern was huge. Your torch light left you in the middle of the darkness with no points of interest apart from a makeshift campsite with a couple of tents and some archaeological equipment. Climb back up, examine the elevator wreckage, check campsite or head to the doctor's. I'll examine. Funny though, it is kind of funny. It is kind of funny, Nasra on the G-Man. Although it hurts your ears so long, like when I was trying to G-Man, it literally just did it every single time. The screeching of your ears. Oh, good lord. Kind of wish it didn't do that, but still funny though. The iron frame of the elevator had bent from the fall. There was still a broken chain hanging on the roof. The chain must have lifted and lowered the elevator when necessary, back when the elevator was still functioning. You stood on solid ground. Examine the elevator wreckage, check the campsite, head to the darkness. Might go to the campsites. As you walked up to the tents, you noticed that there was no signs of life there. The archaeological crew was gone. The campsite had a couple of tents side by side, open crates full of digging equipment, and a makeshift table full of various documents scattered around. Behind the camp, you found a larger digging site. I always recommend the don't sleep and escape games for funsies. I think you did recommend that one time. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Nothing like fear and hunger, but pixel fun. Well, I mean, these games are something else, huh? Really are something else. Wait, what do I have? Makeshift table full of various documents. And a larger digging site. What are they digging for? Somewhat noggin use required. Well, I mean... how hard could that possibly even be? Go back to the elevator wreckage. Check out the tents. Check out the documents. Maybe the documents? What are they doing here? Documents were written in Bremen, so you couldn't make sense of them, really. There was some very official-looking papers among them, which suggested that the expedition orders came from someone high up in Bremen office. Maybe even from the Kaiser himself. Wonder what they're digging for. You'll have to find out. I mean, what could they even possibly be digging for? What's even down here? The only thing that's down here is Mahab. That's it. That's the only, good thing down here. Yeah, otherwise, it's just like a village of cave dwellers going around being naked. That's it. Aside from those guys. Then there's also a super god. The god of the depths. Mr. Enough, granny with me always. You love that. And I don't know. No grannies in this game yet. No grannies. A report documented each item found from the digging site. There were pictures of said items etched on paper. The items looked mundane for the most part, but all of them had carvings on them that were unlike anything you've seen before. Okay, so they got some random pictures of things. They match any culture you were aware of. One document caught your interest specifically, or especially. A sketch of a cubic object with various ornaments and sigils carved all across it. So maybe they're digging for the cube? Maybe. I mean, I could see if they're trying to go for the cube. I don't know what would even happen. What would even happen to the cube in this timeline? I don't even know where it would go, or even be. But if they're trying to get it, it would make sense since everyone kind of wants it. And then the cube can bring you into the past too. It's kind of the cube is actually really. It's an item that anyone would ever want, honestly. Something about this item raised the hair on your arms and made you sick from your stomach. There was something special about this cube, but no doubt about it. Well, it looks like I gotta get the cube. Campsite had a couple of tents side by side. Open crates full of digging equipment and a makeshift table full of various documents scattered around. Behind the camp, you found a larger digging site. Okay, so maybe check out the tents. First tent had sleeping bags and clothing scattered about. Among the useless junk, you managed to find 5 matches. The second tent was mostly the same story, except there was a collection of archaeological findings on a table. After your initial excitement, you noticed, however, that those findings were only run-of-the-mill artifacts. Pieces of broken vases and other trinkets of no use. All I know is cheese stuff, which doesn't need the cube. By cheese, I mean face. The cheese has gone too far. No. We got too sucked in. We got too sucked in. We forgot the original meaning. Unless it's a mod. Only mods I know are the finding censored ones. Super funny censored mods. I don't know. I could never go without my dong Jeebus. Listen, what's fear and hunger without my dong Jeebus? Come on now. Ornament lantern. Oh hey, lantern, sure. The campsite had a couple of tents side by side, so maybe go to the digging sites. Solid any percent under 5 minute Enki run. Good lord. I'd imagine that there's probably some kind of crazy glitches that you can do and stuff like that. All kinds of things can exploit. There's minor censored mod, and then there's and engage censored mod where bunnies turn into one giant pinecone pig. Okay. Okay. Extra not engaged. Yes, well, I mean, oh Lord, pinecone pig, give me healing. Why not? Use the cube without altar and teleport it around. Yeah, I'm not in too much cheesing. Yeah. Well, I've never seen a speedrun of Fear and Hunger, but I can imagine that it's probably kind of crazy. If it's 5 minutes, it's probably some kind of absolutely crazy stuff they can do. Here's digging sites. Okay. The digging site was bigger than how it looked initially. The site expanded to nearby cliffs, with wooden platforms leading down to a dark chasm. It's insane everything. It's everything. Insane RNG. Insane exploits everything. Insane exploits, probably. Insane luck, yeah. I can imagine. Good luck, definitely. Remember when you died with all those empty scrolls? Yeah, well. Turns out I didn't need them. I didn't need them. I was preparing for Termina. That's all. I was preparing for Termina. I don't need them. Well, I need a little bit of them, but but we were doing some preparations for Termina. Okay. Okay. Digging site was bigger than how it looked initially. The site expanded nearby cliffs, then down to a dark chasm. You're down the wooden platforms. Why not? Ascending down to dark depths. The echo inside your head returned once again. Misguided soul. Can't you hear my call? Words were clear this time around. Good. Finally. The voices became ever more clearer. The archaeological crew had been digging deep and revealed something that should have stayed hidden. Ancient structures could clearly be seen protruding from the rocky surface. Cool story, Bob Roger B8. Okay, listen. Hey, I beat Enki S rank run, Rag S rank run, and now, I died to the Crow Mauler 3 times in an intro. I don't know how that's possible, but three little deaths, a little bit of dying. I don't know. I haven't even gotten into the game. You sure did. Good job. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I sure did. Yeah. Yep. The structures looked almost like remains of a city from another time. The wooden platforms took you straight to them, and a ladder was set to lead you inside what looked like a temple or some other place of worship. You climbed in. Most of the temple was dilapidated by the time but you could still spot some of the murals on the wall that depicted rituals and gods not known in this day and age. What is that? Smooth brain with wings. Why does it got wings now? What's up with that? What does that even mean? Listen, I've the wrinkliest brain ever. Wrinkly. Not smooth raw chicken koala brain. Very, got the wrinkles going on. Got the super neuron activation. Even if you only witnessed glimpses of something larger, the scale of the building already impressed you. Pixel Bob. Okay, well now that's, okay, well, That's that's a little. I mean, the Pixel Bob, a little bit far there. I don't know. It's unlike anything you had ever seen. Eastern sanctuaries, the city of Amon, Abeshonia. They all paled in comparison. Well, now I see Mahab. The voice inside your head was getting loud. This way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. Good Lord. Why are you so anxious? Or why is this guy wanting me to go this way? Come on now. Chill out. Chill out. I'm trying to explore Mahab here. Come on. I found a new ancient city. Dug the rubble with your bare hands. You turned over wooden structures and pushed away a stone pillar. There was the source of the voice. Burnt and withered head. A severed head, to be more precise. How is this Nazra? Better be Nazra. Better be super Nazra here. Come on now. Come on now. The head had deep lines running across it. In place of its eyes were dark and empty sockets. The only hair on the head was a sparse moustache under his big nose. Alright, well, I wasn't expecting a worm like you, Weasling. It's way that's deep in the dungeons, but I'll take what I get. All the earthworms do after all is dig. Well, okay. Well, see, there you go. Nazra's alive. Hey, what'd I say? Hey, listen, he actually is alive. There you go. He got burnt to a crisp, but he actually survived. Good job, you found Nazra. Well, I did. Hey. He's actually alive. Who would have thought? He did, well, got burnt to an absolute crisp. Well, you know what? He lived. Who would have thought? Well, hey, I'm happy he's alive now. My main man, my worm man, Nazra. Your garments. Maybe you do have more than a camel's spunk in place of your brains. You're a yellow mage, are you not? All right, Nazra, become my master. Oh, Master Nazra, please, take me under your wing, please. Oh, Lord Nazra. He kind of got one shot. He got one shot by the G-Man, but that's okay. He's still very strong. Come on. You confirmed the suspicions of the beheaded oddity. Figures. That is why a measly maggot like yourself could hear my call. Very well. Kneel before me, for I am your master. Nazra, the doom and terror of the modern man. Yes, Nazra. Oh, Nazra. Oh, Nazra, I will kneel. Kneel! I will kneel. Yes. My master. My true master of masters. The one. That name, Nazra. That was a name you were not expecting to hear. It was a name even the yellow mages only talked in the darkest of the nights. Nazra, his big old mouth is his own undoing, but boy, he keeps trying. Well, he is quite determined. I mean, he can't even die at this point. I don't even know what can even kill this guy at this point. I mean, he's like literally immortal now. Nazra, the harbinger of the burning crusade. Nazra, the bringer of torments. Nazra, the doom and terror of the modern man. The great wizard from the Eastern Sanctuaries went by many names. Yeah, and he got one-shots. He's centuries old with the mouth of a preteen. Well, listen, he wants to do one thing and one thing alone. He gets angry after a while. He's been trying for hundreds of years. And he hasn't made like any progress whatsoever. I'd be angry too. I'd be like, what? Man, what am I even doing? He indeed was your master. Well, this beheaded wizard was the one who gave birth to yellow mages and their ideology. Only that had happened over 1,000 years earlier. There were no records of Nazra for at least 500 years. He's gone backwards. Well, I mean, what else can he do? Come on, he doesn't even have a body anymore. What do you want him to do? Come on. He's just a floating head. A floating head that's been burnt to a crisp now. I mean, give the man a break. Give the man a break. Come on. Shuh. You're a lucky bastard. Lucky indeed. He's in even worse shape than Fear and Hunger 1. Man, I mean, This poor guy. Come on, he's just trying to beat the G-Man. Trying to take over everyone, trying to change the grand scheme of things, and that's all he wants to do. He's a humble man. Very humble. There is a man I want skinned alive. After that, I want to rip off their spines, those maggots. They will slump before me, limp and feeble. Humble, huh? Yeah, very humble, yes. Listen, he wants them to slump before him and, limp and feeble. What's so wrong about that? Come on, he's got to show his authority. Listen, he is the harbinger of doom and the terror of modern times, whatever the heck he is. Come on, he's gotta have a little authority. He's gotta show what he's worth. Come on. Your master seemed to be surprisingly up to date with the twists and turns the world had taken since his absence. He had a mission for you. As a yellow mage, you were supposed to follow your own ambitions and greed. Well, there was a lot you could learn from this death-defying wizard, and that could further your knowledge on dark matters greatly. He is an immature buttonhole, but he has a special place. He does have a special place. Being burnt alive, but... I mean, now he's stuck in the hob, and, well, now he's got a mission for me. My master. My true master. You decided to play along. You were sure that this terror of the modern man was perfectly aware of your reasoning, too. That was the typical relationship between a master yellow mage and their apprentice, after all. You were to travel to a small country in eastern Europa with the beheaded wizard, to a town called Brehevel. I'm just taking Nazra with me? What are people gonna think of this? It would be the intro, yay. Well, I'm taking Nazra with me. Your master promised events of cosmic proportions. The stars were aligned for something big to happen. Something that would turn the tides of the world for good. You sure are. Oh. All bearing along ahead with me, huh? The head left out the details from his story on purpose, but that did little to bother you. You just jumped to the deep end of the otherworldly world. You would have asked for more. With this little information about the task at hand, how do you prepare for the trip? I don't know. No dash. Well, I guess you have sprint, it said. So medical goods is healing. Magical goods. What is magical goods? Or food. I mean, magical goods seem harder to get than medical goods, but medical goods are, a little bit of survivability. But I'm a magic man. I need the magic. I just found 2 pouches of tobacco and a condensed lavender. Well, I don't know what that is, but I'll take, a little bit of tobacco, eh? A little bit. You have felt tense since the moment you embarked on this journey. Every night you see nightmares of the horrors that would await you in Brehevel. Mind stuff? Well, I'll take a little bit of mind stuff. It's not opium. I would like me some opium, but, can't have everything. Whatever the price, the opportunity was too interesting to pass. With mixed feelings, you continued onwards. Save your character history? Yes. Boom. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe. Peace out.